The speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. The speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour.
Call Kate Musavi.
Calling Kate Musavi, mobile.
Call Brooke Musavi.
Calling Brooke Musavi, mobile.
Good days, 1,000 memories of one thing went my way. And I think of them